Hello guys, so far we have studied a lot of things. I wanted to make this video so that we make sure we understand the topics we have studied so far, and also it will be a good chance for us to recall what we have learned. This will be part 1, meaning there will be more videos like this. Let's start. First question, determine the type of graphical display. Remember the various kinds of graphical displays we could make depending on the type of data? Well, what is the name of this graph? What do you see? We see several bars. We see categorical values on the x-axis and the numerical values on the y-axis. What are some graphs that use bars? There are bar charts and histograms. So, is this a histogram? The answer is no. Histogram is used to show the frequency of a continuous dataset. Thus, the bar should be next to another. Here, we do not have a continuous set, meaning it is a bar chart. It may seem obvious to some of you that it is a bar chart, but it is crucial that you are capable of giving logical reasonings why your decision is correct. Same question as the previous one. What do we see here? Categorical data again, red, blue, orange, green, yellow. It must be favorite colors. And this time, it's dots. What's the answer? Dot plots. Same question again. What do we see now? Continuous set of data, frequency displayed on the y-axis, bars next to another. We know it's a histogram. Define outlier. What is an outlier? We would define outlier as an extremely high or low value of data that stands out from the rest of the data. It's quite simple, but it's really important that you know how to define the terms correctly. What are the 5 shapes of distribution? Recall that there were several shapes the distributed data could form. Can you remember what those were? It's in my second video. The answer is symmetric, scoot to the right, scoot to the left, bell-shaped, and uniform. Symmetric is when the left side and the right side has exactly the same shape. But it's different with bell-shape because bell-shape is an unimodal one, which means there's only one shape like this, and while symmetric could have various. Meanwhile, scoot to the right is when most of the data is concentrated to the lower side on the x-axis, and scoot to the left is vice versa. Uniform is when all the set of data are the same, nonetheless of the x value data. In a set of numbers 6, 10, 10, 14, 18, 19, 20, what would change among mean, median, and mode if we take 14 out? First of all, we need to know exactly what mean, median, and mode are. Mean is the average of the all data. Median is the value that is exactly in the middle, and mode is the most frequent data. So now let's put the data into an Excel for our convenience. 6, 10, 10, 14. So we have 6, 10, 10, and we have 14. What were the others? We have 18, 19, 20. 18, 19, and 20. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an equation, and I'm going to see the average, which is the mean. And here we see it's 13. We found out that the 13 is the value of mean. So now what we're going to do is we're going to copy the same data over here, but we're going to take 14 out. Oh, sorry, my mistake. There should be 18, 19, and 20. Meaning, we have to calculate the value of mean again. My bad. Average, we get 18 point something. We want to lower it. Let's say 13.9 convenience. And here, 18 and 19. We already know what the mean is because of my mistake, but let's still see. Average, calculated, 13.8. That's what we get when we take 14 out. So I guess we already found our answer. Our answer is mean. So if we take 14 out, what would be the median? It's 6, 10, 10, 14, 18, 19, 20. There are 7 data in this set, which means the fourth data, which is 14, is the median here. So if we take the median 14 out, then we have 6 number of data, and when we have an even number of data, then what we do is we just we just sum up and divide it by 2 the data that is near the median. So for example, here it's 3 and 4. That's somewhat the middle of the 6 number of values. So we add 10 and 18 together, divided by 2, which is 14, which means the mean is still the same. If we take 14 out, before we take the 14 out, what's the mode? It's 10. There's 2 10s. Others have just 1 value. If we take 14 out, 10 is still the mode. So the only answer that changes is mean. Final question for today. Describe the distribution of the following graph. One tip before you guys solve this problem, and a very crucial one. Do you remember the 4 criterions you should describe about the distribution? Those are shape, center, outlier, and spread. To make it easier for you guys to remember it as SOX. So shape, we have just seen the 5 different shapes. Center is simply asking you to find the median, the middle. We should find outliers if there are any and mention it. And lastly, the spread, so the range of data, the highest value minus the lowest value. So let's see. So here we see that we don't have a lot of outliers. We don't see any outliers. So you see the data is slightly skewed to the right. We found 2 criteria so far. We have found the shape and the outliers. Let's find the center. To make it sure, it seems like here the 30 final exam score 30 seems to be the center, but let's make it sure. So we have 4, 7, 11, there's 9, 20, 28, 34, 38, 41, and 45. That's 47, which means the 24th data is the median. So 24, where is 24, 11, 20, 28. So 24 must be around in here, which means the 40 is the center. Lastly, the spread. The range of data is from 100 to 10, and there's nobody who got 100 in the final exam score. So 100 minus 10 is 90. 90 is the spread. Thank you for watching, and that's it for today.